Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're tackling something pretty fundamental if you're looking to get involved with radio communication here in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Setting up your account with the Federal Communications Commission, the FCC. Think of it like getting your official key to the world of regulated airwaves.
Absolutely. And we've got some good source material walking through the steps. This account, it really is the first, milestone for radio enthusiasts, amateur operators.
Boy.
Honestly, anyone who needs to deal with FCC licenses. It's where it all starts.
Exactly. And it's more than just like ticking a box.
Yeah, definitely.
Our sources point out, having this FCC account lets you handle all the important stuff. Applying for new licenses, renewing existing ones, keeping your contact info up to date, which is super important.
Yeah, really crucial.
Handling payments electronically and just generally managing your FCC authorizations. It's like your command center.
And what's interesting is, this simple act, setting up an account, it actually unlocks access to the Universal Licensing System, the ULS.
The ULS, okay.
Yeah. Think of the ULS as the big database, the central nervous system for all FCC licensing. It lets you apply, track your applications, change things on existing licenses.
Modify things, yeah.
Even get involved in some regulatory stuff. For hams, it's where you manage your call sign, look at upgrades, without that initial account. Navigating all that would be a real pain.
Right. And the way we're doing this today, digging into the blog post, having this chat to flesh it out, and then even having the option later maybe to use something like a bot for specific questions.
Yeah.
That's kind of a learning model in itself, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Not just about getting the account done, but really building a solid grasp.
Precisely. And if you zoom out, this read, listen, engage idea isn't just for this one task. It's a great framework for tackling any complex topic, especially something like radio regulations with all its layers. It helps you build that knowledge, become a really capable amateur radio operator.
Okay, good point. All right, so let's get practical. Let's unpack this step-by-step guide. Getting that FCC account sorted. Step one seems basic. Find the right website.
Exactly. You need to head straight to the official FCC site. That's https://www.fcc.gov.
Okay.
It's really important to make sure you're on the real FCC site. Avoid any dodgy links or misinformation. Go straight to the source.
Got it. fcc.gov. So once you're there, on the homepage, step two is finding the specific door for this, the CORS registration page.
That's the one. The direct link for that is https://apps.fcc.gov, CORS-web-public-home.do.
Okay, CORS. What does that stand for again?
It's Commission Registration System, CORS. You can sort of think of it as the front desk for the FCC's licensing world.
Ah, okay.
It's the main point that connects you to the ULS and all the other online things they offer. So CORS is the entry. ULS is where the action happens inside.
Right, got it. CORS is the front door. So we've landed on the CORS page. Step three sounds pretty simple. Click register now.
Yep, exactly. Look for that button. It's like ringing the bell to start the whole process.
Okay. Then step four, this is where we gave them our details. Filling in personal information. What exactly do they need here?
Right. So you'll need your full legal name, your current address, an email address, and a phone number.
Standard stuff.
Pretty standard, yeah.
Right.
But the guide rightly emphasizes accuracy. This info is how the FCC officially knows who you are.
Makes sense?
It's how they'll send important updates about your license, regulation changes, maybe an issue they need you to look at. If your info's wrong, you could miss things, have problems with your license.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Yeah.
Okay. Makes perfect sense. Accuracy is key. Next up, step five, creating your login. Username and password. Any tips here?
Yeah, the guide gives some solid advice. Pick a username that's unique, obviously, but crucially, make a really strong password. They suggest mixing things up, uppercase, lowercase letters, numbers, special characters. You know the drill.
Digital security, yeah.
It seems small, but it's your first line of defense for keeping that account secure.
Definitely. Okay, step six involves security questions. Why do we have to pick those?
Well, think of them as your backup plan, your safety net.
Okay.
If you ever forget your username, or more likely your password, these questions help you prove it's really you trying to get back in.
Right, account recovery.
Exactly. The trick is picking questions and answers you'll definitely remember, but that someone else couldn't just guess easily.
Good advice. All right, so we've filled everything out, chosen our secret questions. Step seven, review and submit. Sounds like a measure twice, cut once kind of moment.
Absolutely. Before you hit that final button, just take a minute. Quickly scan everything you've entered. Typos, wrong street number, anything like that. It can cause delays or problems later, so that quick review, it can save you a lot of hassle.
Okay, good tip. Review carefully. So we've hit submit. What happens next? What are we looking for? That's step 8.
Right, now you need to check your email. Keep an eye on that inbox you provided. The FCC will send a confirmation message. Inside that email, there'll be a verification link. You have to click that link.
The verification step.
Yep. It confirms your email is valid and that you actually, requested this account. It's like them double checking they have the right contact info.
Got it. And then finally, step 9, log in and explore. So we click the email link. Now what?
Now you head back to that CoreUS login page we mentioned earlier.
Right, the apps.fcc.gov one.
That's the one. Type in the username and password you just created and log in. And boom, you should be in. You'll see your new FCC account dashboard.
Okay.
And you can start looking around, see how things are laid out, get familiar with where you'd manage licenses or authorizations later on.
Great. So it sounds like a pretty structured process overall. But, what if someone hits a snag,
Yeah, good question.
like a technical glitch, or they just don't understand something? Is there help available?
There is, yeah. That's important. Our sources mention the FCC does have support resources. If you run into any bumps during setup, you can go to their help page. It's https://www.fcc.gov help.
FCC.gov help.
Okay. Yeah, I've got FAQs, guides, and options to contact customer support if you need personalized help. So it's good to know that safety net is there.
Definitely reassuring.
Yeah.
Yeah, overall, it does sound like setting up the FCC account is pretty straightforward, just like the source material wraps up by saying.
Absolutely. It might seem like just, bureaucratic paperwork.
A bit of admin.
Yeah, a bit of admin, but it's truly the foundation. It's the essential first step for anyone wanting to get active in radio communications or manage any kind of FCC license. It's chapter 1 of your journey with the agency.
We're thinking back to that learning model we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
This deep dive, this conversation, it's kind of the listen part. You could read the blog post first for the overview, listen to this for the detailed walkthrough, and then, like Digicom Cafe suggests, with their engage motto, the next logical step could be taking any lingering questions to their Digicom Cafe bot, maybe.
Exactly. It moves you from just passively receiving information.
To actively using it.
Yeah, to really understanding it and making it your own through that engagement.
Right. Okay, so here's maybe a final thought for you, the listener, to chew on.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you've got this clear roadmap for setting up your FCC account, what specific part of radio communication are you most curious about now? Is there a particular license, maybe amateur radio, maybe something else that you're thinking about pursuing? Knowing this first foundational step is actually pretty manageable.